Hi everyone. So let us talk about what is the concept of DevOps engineer. So that is nothing but what is the role of AWS DevOps concept. So we can also call it as AWS DevOps engineer. So what exactly this person will do the job. So that is the concept of this video. Let us start the session. Basically, if you take organization, this organization contains developers, and all the developers are going to do some kind of coding, like plus, minus, star. Assume that. See, this entire code is going to be storing in one centralized location. That location we can call it as central repository system. Central repository system. Central repository system. And this central repository system is nothing but entire code, like whatever we did, like plus, minus, star, entire code is available. If new developer is enter into this picture, so this developer easily interact with this central repository system. He is going to be develop the code. So this kind of concept we can developing in the companies with the help of different type of tools. Those tools we can call it as Git, GitHub, GitLab. So these are the three tools we are using in the first phase. Right? So this is the first phase of in the organization building blocks. Next, in the first phase, what is the ultimate information here? We have a Git or GitHub or GitLab. With the help of this, we are going to define one kind of commitment of code. So this commitment of code is storing into the centralized repository, right? So now we are taking this code. This code is going to be integrated in one place. Integrated in one place with the help of some other tools. So this integration place we can call it as source code management. Source code management. So in this source code management, this source code management contains the entire project data, like plus, minus, star. Now it is going into the next phase, that is comes under the second phase. What is the second phase right now? The second phase is we are going to test and configure this project code with the help of few tools. Those tools we can call it as Maven and Jenkins, ENT, etc. So once everything is correct, means everything is success, then it is going for the next phase number 3. So if it is failed, then it is go to the phase 2 again developers modify the code. This is the basic process in the step number 2, right? So what we studied so far, like phase 1, we are using git or git bash for source code management, and after that we are going to build entire project whether properly configured or not. This is the first phase and this is the second phase, and the third phase is nothing but artifacts. Artifacts. So what is the artifacts? Whatever project we have, whatever code we successfully tested, that code we are going to convert it in the form of .zip file, .tar file or .war file. So we need to create a one zip file for deployment. So that cases we are using the artifacts. So this artifacts supports few tools. Those tools are called JFrog, as well as there is one more tool is like Nexus. So these are the two tools we are using for the creation of zip file after successful build. This is comes under the phase number 3. So what we studied so far, like in phase 1, Git or GitHub. With the help of this we are going to creating source code management, and after that we can go for the second phase, build the code, means whether any errors are there or not. If everything is fine, then going for the phase number 3 to creating the zip file or war file or tar file using either Nexus or JFrog. And after that we are going for the next phase, that is the fourth phase, very important one, that we can call it as deployment. So in the deployment, the software is going to be ready. So here that means whatever code we have, that code we are uploading into the server. So here we have some automation servers, like we can use like Jenkins. We are using like Jenkins and Bamboo and TeamCity. These are the tools we are using for the deployment. So this is the manual tools basically we are using. So whatever code we have in the project and whatever infrastructure we have in the project, that entire infrastructure we are converted into one automated form. The form we can call it as IaaS. So that is nothing but infrastructure as a code. So the entire project code is available here. So that is called as IaaS. So this is comes under the phase number 4. Right? So during this phase number 4, we are using some other configuration tools. There are some other configuration tools like Chef and Ansible. Another one is like Puppet. So these are the some tools we are using here, mostly like scripting and all. So this is the basic process, and after that, this whatever we have, this code, like whatever Terraform code, what is Terraform code, this is going to be deployed in the EC2 machines. How many missions we have, we are going to deploying, right? So this kind of deploying we had to using in like Terraform. And after that Terraform, see, we can defining in EC2. In AWS also we have a set of containers. That means this Terraform deployment either EC2 or set of containers. So basically every container contains, this is the container and this is the hardware. Now in the container also we can using applications. So this one we can achieve through one of the feature which is given by the AWS, that is called as Docker. So this Docker we can also call it as microservices, and this collection of Dockers, we can also call it as Docker Swarm cluster or Docker Swarm, like that. So this is the present scenario. This is the way the project is going to be deployed in the organization, right? So one more important aspect is here Google proudly announced one technology. It is similar technology like Docker. So see, Docker is only for AWS, whereas this, in place of Docker there is a Google technology. The technology name is called as Kubernetes. So we can run any application, right? So this is the application. This application can run anywhere, right? So ultimately application can be run either EC2 or Docker container, or it is also run on Kubernetes. Ultimately whatever Kubernetes we have, so that Kubernetes AWS is going to be launch future technologies, that is comes under ECS, and other one we can call it as EKS. See, this one we can call it as Elastic Container Services. This one we can call it as Elastic Kubernetes Services. So this is the job of AWS DevOps engineer. So I hope you understand what is the concept of DevOps engineer. So I'm recommended you have to learn like either Git or Git Bash. So this Git and Git Bash is for commitment of the code, and the second level better to learn like for building the code Jenkins or Maven. So here we can build the code, and after the Jenkins, better to go to learn like JFrog or Nexus to artifacts the code, and then you can go for the one deployment service like TeamCity, otherwise Terraform for deployment, and Docker for AWS side. And see, in this process you did one thing, one is called as CI/CD process. So that is nothing but continuously, see, this version 1 is changed into version 2, version 2 changed into the version 3. So this entire thing is continuously integrated as well as continuously deployed. So this kind of pipeline we can call it as CI/CD process. So this is the job of AWS, this is the job of DevOps engineer. So this same property we can achieve through AWS DevOps. So AWS supports code pipeline. So this code pipeline comes under code commitment in place of Git, and other one is like code build in place of Maven or Jenkins, and artifacts in place of Nexus or JFrog, and other one is like code deploy. So in place of CI, continuous integrity, continuous development of pipeline, this AWS gives one integration service. That service name we can call it as AWS code pipeline. So that is the power of AWS. So nowadays this one and ECS, Elastic Kubernetes Services, Elastic Container Services is nothing but future for the technology. So that's why AWS is more important for any kind of infrastructure like mobiles, like web applications, like satellite services, like database services, anything you can do here. That's it. So that's it. Thank you for listening this entire information. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment box. Thank you.